Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be, even when you were together, you were alone. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So this, I'm going to jump right into it. This is when you were in the narcissistic relationship and you were fully enveloped in it. Let's say it was a romantic relationship or sibling, neighbor, whomever, but let's really focus on the romantic relationship in this capacity. So you're in it and you're living life, doing what you're doing, and you could be in the physical presence of the individual who turned out to be a narcissist. But were you ever did you feel like you were connected with them? You didn't, because you could literally be in the same room or house or home with them, but they were constantly doing different things, meaning maybe they're on one of their 3 cell phones, or maybe they were in a different room ignoring you because they were not talking to you, giving you the silent treatment, or stonewalling you for a while. Or maybe they were invalidating you. Maybe they were sitting right next to you on the phone, talking to other people, but completely ignoring you, even though you had plans. Maybe there were times you were in the car together, and perhaps what was your role? You were just a chauffeur. You were a driver. So yes, you were physically in the same proximity as this person, but were they connecting with you? Were they actually talking with you and interacting with you? They weren't. If you really think about what I'm mentioning, understand that this is reality. This is how the narcissist lives. You are there as a tool. You're there as an appliance to help them out, to get them from point A to point B, literally and figuratively, including when you get discarded or when the relationship ends. They already have sources of supply lined up. It's for a whole different video. The point is even when you were with the narcissist, you felt alone, or you were alone. Because how about this one? How many times you went to bed at night going to sleep? And maybe you lay there in bed, but you were completely alone because the narcissist was up on one of their cell phones or a tablet or whatever they're doing, because they have to be busy, right? They can't just be. So another classic way is, if you, in any capacity, think about this. If you have pictures or photographs when you were with the narcissist, if you still have them, by the way, you should be throwing those things away. That's my suggestion. Do what you need to do. But once the relationship is over, all those things need to be out the window and gone, because you don't want to get triggered. But let's just say you have a mental picture of a holiday or an event or a barbecue or something, and you look at that in your mind. Was the narcissist actually present? Yeah, physically they were present, but were they actually checked in with you at the moment? No, probably not. They probably were there just to get supply at that event or that barbecue or whatever it was, because remember, you were just there as an extension of the narcissist, whether you married them or not. It doesn't matter. What matters is, is that you made them look good and you supplied resources, financial resources, your physical appearance, your social circle, all these things that I talk about on the channel. But you felt alone in the relationship, and I can assure you, right after the love bomb stage or the euphoric stage, when the devaluation started to happen, that's when you really began to feel alone in the relationship. And of course, as we know now, that you were working harder for the narcissist because you wanted to get back to that euphoric stage. You believed that you could change the narcissist. More importantly, you believed that if you worked harder for the relationship and gave everything you had, all of your resources, that magically the narcissist would slip that mask back on, and you would be entering the love bomb or euphoric stage again. Throughout the relationship, you did get breadcrumbs of the euphoric stage, but was it genuine? Was it real? Absolutely not. It was all a bait and switch. It was all a dangling carrot. So in other words, if you appease the narcissist, sure, they're going to show you some attention. If you don't, you're out. Remember, the narcissist sees things in black and white, good and bad. And it's not until you exit the narcissistic relationship that you get this wisdom, this education, and you actually have to wrap your head around how these individuals work. They don't think or behave the way a healthier individual would behave. Now, yeah, there are all different kinds of, of people on the planet. I get it. This channel is about narcissistic abuse. And what I'm referring to here is the narcissist compared to, let's say, you who are watching the video right now. And again, thank you very much for being here. The point is you see, the narcissist is incapable of doing anything that doesn't benefit them. They will put on the mask and act like they're interested, but they really aren't. What they care about is extracting as much of your resources as possible. So getting back on track, even when you were with them, you felt alone. This is so true. How about going out to dinner with family or friends, or maybe other couples? You would do that, and you would just notice how other couples interacted. Maybe there was hand holding going on, or maybe a quick kiss on the cheek or whatever, things like that. But did that happen with you? Absolutely not. Why? Because you were just there to make them look good. And honestly, if you really think about it, there were many times the narcissist was getting supply from other people at those events. Play that again. It's a fact. That's why they distance themselves from you. Once the narcissist realizes they have you, let's say wedding rings on the finger, or they've entrenched their dirty fangs into you, and they know that they now basically own you until you break free from the stranglehold of the narcissistic relationship. But once they understand this, it's game on for them. You see, they keep you spinning on the hamster wheel like that, working for them, because you don't have the education and you don't know, and perhaps you fell in love with them, but this person can't fall in love with you. All they can do is manipulate you. That's why you felt alone even though you were with them. It's exactly how it is. And keep in mind, there's so many other ways, but going back to the dinner with the couples and things like that, you would look at these other couples and say, wow, these guys look great together. They're a happy couple, and they're showing affection, and more importantly, they're paying attention to each other primarily, because that's what a healthy couple does. But did the narcissist in your life do that? No, you weren't even second fiddle. You were way down the list. You were the errand person, meaning you were supposed to accommodate them. In other words, when they wanted to go to the event, you better be ready. And most likely you would be waiting 10, 20 minutes, an hour, who knows? Maybe if it was an event you wanted to attend, maybe they would blow up, have a fight and rage fit right before it, so you wouldn't even go. But getting back on track with that, it's the same thing. You're expected to take them, to be there, to make them look good whenever they want to leave. You do everything for the narcissist. And it's not really get the message. It's not until you exit the relationship in any capacity, however it ends, and you do the inner work and you begin to become awakened and aware, and you heal and you understand all about narcissism, or as much as you can. That's when you put the pieces together, and that's when you get the light bulb moments and you're like, oh my goodness, I did all these things for this person. They never loved me. They never cared about me. That's why I felt so alone. It's true. One of the most lonely feelings in the world is when you are with someone who allegedly loves you or cares about you, yet they may be physically present in the same location as you, but they're not displaying any of this. And no matter how hard you try to let them know, hey, let's have an adult conversation, let's sit down and talk. I would like to express my feelings or my emotions or my thoughts or my viewpoints. They're checked out. They don't care. That's why you feel alone. That's why during the narcissistic relationship, you're isolated. You are so isolated in many different ways: your physical location, your proximity, your circle of friends, your family, your support system, your job. Everything is isolation. And when they have you isolated, and believe me, they do this very well until you get the education, that's exactly why you feel alone. Because now when you're isolated, not only did you lose all of your support systems, or most of them, but the one person that's supposed to be there for you, who turned out to be the narcissist, is the last person on the planet who will ever help you. That has happened with thousands of you, probably millions of you. It's a fact. It's true. It's what the narcissist does. But the thing is this trauma bond that people get caught up in, and believe me, it happens, and it is one of the most powerful things on the planet to break free from. But you will break free if you have not already. With the help of my channel and many others, you will get the wisdom, the education, and you will have the strength to move forward and leave the narcissist in the past. But the trauma bond is absolutely amazing. It is something that when you don't even know you've entered it, and by the time you know you entered it, it's too late. It's kind of like, I guess, like a Venus flytrap or something like that. Like right when you think that you're entering this beautiful relationship, a healthy, stable, loving relationship, because that's what's portrayed to you, and that's what you're looking for, and that's what you entered into. But the person you fell in love with, no. All they want to do, or wanted to do, was destroy you. And the longer the relationship goes on and the less resources you have, the more they show this, the more the mask slips, and the more alone you feel, even if you're with them or not. It's exactly how it happens. And then when the discard happens, or the relationship ends, the narcissist, they have so many other sources of supply throughout the relationship, throughout the length of your relationship, that your mind is spinning. Your head is just like, you can't wrap your head around it, because who would do this? A narcissist. And most likely the one that you were in a relationship with, because they don't care about you. And they don't care about the new supply, and they don't care about, I'm telling you right now, about anybody on the planet but themselves. It's the way they live their lives. But even when you were with the narcissist, you felt alone. It's completely true. Let's take a vacation. Say you went on vacation with the narcissist. Well, it was all excitement to get to the location, right? And then what happened? They disappeared, didn't they? That's right. Why? Because they were getting sources of supply. You were just eye candy. You were just there to pay the bills. You were just there to make them look good. You were there as a sounding board. You were there to make them have a good vacation. And that's why many times when you came home from your vacation, you needed a vacation. Why? Because you just were not enjoying yourself on the vacation because you were there to help the narcissist, but you didn't know it at the time. Because why? Because you were beaten down after years, maybe decades of vacation similar to that. You're like, my goodness, so again, before I close the video out, because I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but when you feel alone, even when you're with someone, that's not a good feeling. It's a horrible feeling, because to actually be alone, when you choose to be alone, that's one thing. To be alone and when you're with someone who's supposed to support you, or maybe they're married to you or a family member, and you still feel alone, that's a double whammy. It's not good, because these people that allegedly love you or are there to build you up or listen to you, they're not present. They're maybe physically present, but they're telling you, they're showing you that they flat out don't care. As a matter of fact, I will go so far as to say they enjoy the fact that you're isolated and alone. I know it's difficult, it's tough love, but it's true. It really is. Someone who cares about another individual, whether they are in love or not, just a healthy individual, they're gonna notice, hey, wow, this person's having a tough time. Maybe I could offer them some help. Maybe I could just sit with them for a little while and let them talk. Maybe if I understood what they're going through, I can help them. That's what a healthy individual will do, and that's what people do all around the planet. However, anyone that's been in a narcissistic relationship, you know that the narcissist, by now, you know that they don't do that. They actually, remember there's an expression called misery loves company? There you go. And the narcissist they're really good at this, and they're really good at beating people down. People that don't have the education on narcissism or the narcissistic abusive cycle. So guys, if you really take yourself back in time when you felt alone, even though you were with them, it's because you were. And no one deserves to be treated that way. Not for 1 second on this planet. It's cruel, it's inhumane, it's toxic. It takes a long time to heal from things like that, from repeated abuse like that. I'm talking when you experience it for days, weeks, months, years, decades on end. It takes time to heal from that. It's not just a simple thing like, oh, get over it. No, this is real. Narcissistic abuse is real. And if you've experienced, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand that if you are choosing to be alone, that's great. That's called what you want to do. When you're with someone and maybe you're sitting right next to them as you're watching this video and you're feeling alone, it's not good. It's not a good feeling. So my hope is that you're going to take some action and consider about, the people you surround yourself with. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I tried to do an outdoor video today, but my huge big tree I love and the other locations I have, it was raining, and still it's about to rain now. That's why I'm indoors. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.